Today we would like to find out what we have in Dubrovka. I'm interested what casing we need for the horizon in the wind. It's about 1,100 cubic meters. But first we talked about 700 cubic meters. We talked about 700 cubic meters. These are the calculations, what we have, what casing we need for that. To understand each other, this is what you need for completing your work. We have casing, we don't need anything, and in the nearest 2 months as well. We don't need anything more. We have center walls. We need center walls. We have all the angle walls. The number of keystones. We have everything written there. The number of studs. The number of screws. Please sit down. Sit here. If you have any questions, please ask them at once, so that we won't have any difficulties. Are the designers here? Are they present? We don't need them. No, we're not talking about that. We will talk about protective screens later. Don't we need the designers? We will solve these questions later. First we should decide everything about the casing. Okay, so let's start once more. Sasha was absent. I'm going to talk about the number 700 cubic meters. So the casing is 1,100 cubic meters now. This is the full complete with all the angle supports, with corbels, struts. I'm not talking about traverse crane now. So the data we have concerning Dubrovka project. First we went to the Dubrovka project. We were on the facilities with the representative of Doka Group. So please tell us everything about the screens and etc. So the information we got from our representative, please speak louder. The information we got from our representative who visited the project. The casing is in absolutely working condition, and but the only question concerns all-purpose keystones. All the keystones are in working condition, they function, but some of these all-purpose keystones are spoiled. We can use them, but in our calculations we indicated more keystones that we will need in the future. So now we talk about 700 cubic meters, right? 700 cubic meters. Excuse me. Our people are present on the Dubrovka facility, and I believe that it's too early to talk about the real quantity of screens there, because we still count. Of course, it's absolutely impossible to consider, to examine every detail, every element of the screens. I think that we'll find out later how it works. Many of us were absent yesterday, many of those who are present today, I would like to tell you what we decided yesterday. First of all, the most important point is that the casing should be 700 cubic meters, not 1100 cubic meters. Secondly, talking about the results of our discussion yesterday, we decided that everything, all the packaging arrangement for 700 cubic meters will be provided within 3 days by our partner Doka Group. The casing for 700 cubic meters will be ready, and if you need some elements, some minor elements like anchors, and we have some certain arrangements that this will be made within the next 2 weeks. The second point is that the missing 400 cubic meters will be completed within 2 weeks. Yes, that's true. So I'd like just to repeat what we decided yesterday. The third point, we are going to talk about the price, the cost. We have no secrets from any of our partners, so we have the common cause, so everybody should know everything about the price. So the second part of this question is what of interest for me. We were today on Butovskaya Milya, and with the representative we examined everything. So what we saw there, the casing is practically new. There were about 20 floors, it's about 30-40 cycles. The system is not Perry, the system is Doka. The same screens, the same Framo 6 light system. This is just like the same casing. It is not Doka. Yes, it's not Doka. It's Doka, but in the documents it is written Perry. In the documents it is written Perry. I can tell you the whole story. It is very long. I think the Doka system is better than Perry's system. So we made the preliminary assessment. So we should not talk about the wall casing. Well, to put it like that, if we are going to use Doka system, if we miss something, we can take it to complete the packaging arrangement in Dubrovka. So concerning the butt end devices and the fasteners, the holders, we can complete the whole packaging arrangement. So let's go back to money talks. Let's talk about money. As far as I understand, we have all the details on this issue. So we're not talking about the full complete set. We're talking about suspension systems and cantilevers. As far as I know, 4 contractors called me today. They took part in the tender some months ago. So here are all the offers which you gave us, all the offers which were proposed. So let's have a look at it. Do you have this data as well? Great. So where is your commercial offer? I would like to go back to this question if nobody has any questions on the previous information. So I would like to understand, how does it come that in the documents it is written Perry system and in fact we have Doka system? We have a lot some projects. We have 8 projects, so this casing was bought for absolutely another project. So I guess that at some stage it was just written by mistake. It was just a slip of the pen. So that's why I called this casing new, because it has never been used before. I just can't tell you from which project it comes actually. Maybe it was just written off. I think that our partners are not going to understand this fact, but it happens sometimes. So it happens. So we made it better for everyone eventually. Just in case, I hope that somebody writes that we talk about the Federation Tower, because there is not a single signature there. Please, it's just a legal document.
We have an offer for different parts. For example,
So your offer is just partial. It comes just in parts. If we talk about the full casing, or unfortunately we're not alone here, or maybe it is for the better. So let's talk Russian. So our calculations show that please talk louder. Our calculations show that we have the whole, not the whole set. It seems to me that it's not the right approach. We have some price indicators concerning the conditions of delivery of casing for the Federation Tower, which was considered 2 months ago. Do you remember that conditions, that terms? Yes, they didn't change, because otherwise it will change the whole situation. So we have the original price. So let me have a look at this original price. Let me see it. After we will match all the calculations, all the assessment, because I can't see how we deal with the situation other way. So this is the purchase. 3 companies, 2 companies for purchase and 1 company for sale. So this is the original price. Please, louder. 17 million. Doka Group gives 18 million. So this is the price that came today. I corrected it. It was 20 million, now it's 17 million. So the contractor will tell us how much we need to buy to complete the set. So this price should go down. But I think that 19 million is more than 18 million. And what is the period of the concreting? So the period is from September to July. It makes 11 months. So if I multiply 130,000 by 11, we have about 14 million. I just want to put the lease. We are talking about lease today. I want to match it with the purchase price. The lease period will equal building period, as far as I understand. I want to understand the preferences of the Doka Group company. If somebody has a question, please ask. For example, it seems to me that 19 million is a bit more than 14 million. I can understand why 14 million. I multiply 13 by 11, so multiply. That's how I get 14 million. So Perry company proposes to give us the casing for 11 months, to lease it to us. If we're going to talk about lease or about the sale, for me, I want so that everybody who is present take the floor. Please take a look at my offer. So we have all the calculations. 1 second. I'm sorry. So this is the original price of the full set. Yes. First, we should talk about the sale. Yesterday we discussed, and today the price before the complete set. So how much we need to buy to complete the set? It will be about 8 million and a half. 8 million and a half rubles. So we have an existing system of relationship with the Murex company, and we had a corporate discount of 25%. So we can give you a maximum discount if the terms of the payment will be 50-50. Prepayment 50% and 50% after the work is completed. So we can show you the used casing for these cantilevers. It will give you an additional discount of 10-15% depending on the set. So we are not here to match the prices. We should speak the same language. We should talk about the set, and we should remember what we talked about 2 months ago. And after this price satisfies both of us, we will find out what will be the best result for us. So now we talk about an absolutely new casing, taking into account the possibility of selling it to us, and I guess that if there are any objections from our contractors, I'm glad to listen to them. But the cost-based part is one of the defining values for me. I think that Perry and Doka systems can be compared, in fact. So once more, I repeat, the specification which is made on the data given by your company with all the calculations. So the whole lease, I got it just by chance. I don't know where the representatives of the Perry company, where did they find my phone number, but we can see that it matches the whole set, and it will be 2,200,000. Let's talk about it. We won't be able to talk about it, but yes, we will. It will be the hypothecation value. Let's talk the same language. 2,200,000. So we should multiply it by 10, and we should add here. We should add the fact that we purchase it, but it is 19 million. So for me 13 million is always less than 19 million. It's 13 million, and I don't want to discuss it right now. I want to find out what Doka Group is going to give us. So your priority is the lease or the purchase. The optimal price will be if we give you the possibility to complete with the used casing, to complete the set with the used casing. I don't want to pass you the commercial offer. I got it only 15 minutes ago. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I say. I think that 13 million will be okay. What will be the quality of casing? Just the Doka standard casing. So there is a Doka standard for leasing. So everything will be standard. I know that Perry will not give you the new casing. What about the sportization? Do you guarantee the supply? Will it be standard? It will be written in the contract. Will there be any certificate applied to the casing? Will there be any guarantee? Yes, of course. We do not have veneer, we have X-Life plate. It guarantees more cycles. If we compare it to veneer, where you cannot hammer in nails, this X-Life plate works for at least 400 cycles. Do these terms satisfy you? Yes. So, David knows everything about X-Life plate. If we compare it with some other plates, we can work with veneer as well if we treat it carefully. But we will lease it with the same standards later. So there should be a special book applied to this contract when we lease the casing. But if we, for example, tomorrow get the same book from Perry, you will receive it in any case. So it toughens the terms, the conditions. Everything will be written there. So 13 million for 13 months. Yes. This will be the set for 700 cubic meters. No, now we talk about the full set according to the design. This is the first part of our agreement. Now I'd like IMG. So tomorrow before 12 o'clock, when we will have our main meeting, I hope it will be made to date. I hope that the remaining part out of the 13 million, the remaining part of the casing will be given to complete the full set. So that we will have 1100 cubic meters. First of all, there are a lot of, it is very easy to lease the casing. How much will it cost per month? So the designers could not even put all the calculations, because they gave us to us and we came here by car. I guess but that these calculations are the same for everyone. Now I'm talking about the calculations. How can they be different?
Какие распалубочные узлы применены в Перри? Какие распалубочные
They
узлы
cannot be
применены?
different.
Мы применяли наши распалубочные узлы.
What casing angles do you use? What is your offer? Show it to me. We don't have the same casing angles as the Perry company do. We should use the same language. There is a movie which is called The Groundhog Day. It's about a man who woke up every morning and thought about what his day was going to be. There is too much information, too many questions, and we should pay attention to every question. So you think that I don't understand everything? I want to have the first part concerning this offer. I don't have any calculations in front of me. I can't see anything. So we have the specifications, but the specifications are made on the basis of the calculations. Where is all the information? Who is interested in this? I'm an experienced specialist and I know why we do this way or that way. We should not discuss that right now. I don't want to discuss the same questions. We don't have any trend towards Perry. We have already agreed with you using the documentation. We should know more about what we talk about lease or about sale. We should have a look. And how much? I thought that you would be prepared for this discussion. If we talk about the completing the set that you have, we had enough casing. Something is on its way, something is in the storehouses. We can have a discount of 40-45%. It was used for 1 year in Europe. It has 1 year of guarantee. Somebody likes to use used casing, somebody doesn't like it. It's up to the client to decide. So there was a 1 year guarantee for casing. You don't have to lease it back, you don't have to stick to some standards, you can work with your own standards. So how much time do you need to give the specification? If they give us and say we have this amount of casing, can you answer my question? Is this the remainder or the whole set? Just the remainder. I think that maybe on Thursday. It doesn't suit me. What suits you then? Within 15 hours. We have the calculations. We don't know, we don't have certain data about what you have. So you don't need wall casing. Can we make it today? So tomorrow at 12 o'clock everything should be decided. Alexander, is it enough if we take into account Kutuzovskaya Milia? So we have everything we need. We just can pick out the better. We're talking about the suspension system. I agree with you. We have all the screens. Am I right? Yes, you are. So we're talking about the equipment. We're talking, and as far as I understand, your offer is worth 8 million. Well, the new variant is $700 cubic meters. Let me have a look. The same casing. We have the same casing there and there. So we need to buy an addition. Last Friday we discussed. So the new variant, it will be 6.5 million. Taking into account all the stairs, we can even clean all these stairs. The sum can be even less.
So, give me the exact numbers, please, about all the different systems separately. If the casing costs this much, it's about 6 million. I'm speaking about the overall, or what complex do we need to buy? And why casing costs about 6 million? Not like that. We're speaking about different things right now. The proposal consists of 3 parts. First, it's wall casing, fully, with the equipment, and 2 systems. Well, as far as I understand, you have something. We just cross it out. You have the casing, so there are just 2 systems left. And this proposal, fully, in new form, it costs 6 million rubles for 11 months. Just 11 months rent. But we don't have it. We have the casing. Do we? Where? I don't know the exact information. So they don't have time. If it's ready, so how much? About 4 millions. Let me think. We just say yes or no in the evening, or we continue, or what? Just not to receive an answer no from you. You can talk right now. You can make a call. Let's just sum up all the discounts with the volumes they have and the discounts with David's, considering our volumes. Probably it's not correct to speak about different clients. These things, you cannot sum them up. This is just impossible. But probably 3 millions would be a great price. Well, just give us a little time to think. We are Austrian concern. I've got a leader, I've got a boss. This is a corporate project. We will give you the time to think, sure enough. But I think the answer will be yes. You know, yesterday I was offered a beer at a restaurant. They told me it can be either Heineken or Heineken. So it can be yes or yes, we will start working. We will give you the answer in the evening. I just don't understand why. We respect you. No questions. Just We have the volumes, probably 3200, and this will be the end. Do we include the utilization? Yes, I wanted to end with this. In the end of the day, this is a request. We need to get the consolidated specification, consolidated paper with the overall summary, and also to you, Sasha, all the data we have on Dubrovka. I want to have them. There is just a little nuance. There are some details which remain, but it's about 5%. It's not too much. Some consumables, but it can be discussed. So plus 200, it will be 300-400. No, we need to. But okay. So, 3-200. We strike a deal with Doka. But I like this proposal. I think it will be unanimous. Let's do it like that. You provide the data about everything we have on Dubrovka today. Probably some trifles. You install everything. The price is 3,200,000. What about the consumables? Is it our responsibility? Yes, sure. We'll go up and we will discuss it. And the last question I want to discuss with you, because we agreed on it. I'm interested in the windshields. What are you interested in? What do you want to know? I can tell you anything. It's the protective screen. We have the screen we had previously. We have only one question. Who will refurbish it and who will maintain it? I'm interested in what documents is the client's decision stated. You know, this shield we have now, this screen we have now, which document contains the client's decision? No document. So, wind protection screen is self-made. There is no document. It was like that. That's what I'm talking about. We decided not to change anything. Who decided that? It was decided initially to leave it as it is. This is the component we used to have. Do we have a document for it with a stamp? No. So how come it is related to us? So it's like a Groundhog Day. So in the framework of our contract, there is no windshield, and you have this windshield from some third-party organization. So these questions are from builders to builders. From builders to builders. You need someone. No, but we need You know, I'm sorry for having representatives from different peoples of Russian Federation. If you refuse, I can be offended. I mean, that's why you didn't offer. We offer, we do. But we discussed this question and we had a preliminary decision that for the beginning we need to legalize and then make the following step. This shield doesn't have any documents. It has no fastening. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. I've been telling the same thing today. We really need this shield. But I want to say the following thing. For anything like that, you need to have a specific passport, the specific tests to maintain it, and we don't have it. So I've got a proposal. To make it fast and easy, I would propose to do it the following way. The first step is a very simple one. Are you ready to take on the responsibility to install the windshields, together with all the other responsibilities on different floors? If there are no other variants, then we are ready. If there are no other options, I don't see any reason for looking for any other options. Probably we were the only contractors for the casing and for the windshield. So it was considered. What was the cost? About 27. And now we have about 6. But it's not right to speak now. We must speak about the costs of maintenance. Oh, I don't get it. It's not right. Please explain me. The shield? I don't say that we need to install a new screen, but I think we need to. Basing on what do you believe, do you think that we need to do that? Okay, good. Thing. The screen, the previous company worked, it's owned by this company. But is this company present on the facility? No, nobody's responsible for it. But to implement this project, we must buy it or rent it. And who checked it? What we have now, all the invoices, we have all the documentation. They transferred it. Who decides today? With the help of our department. But I'm not ready to lobby someone's interests. But what do you mean you created the documents? I don't understand the order of actions. Basing on what did you count it? How did you do it? What data did you use? According to the height, according to the factual information, there are screens that are in action. We drew it, we gave it to the engineers, but you need to license it.
Инженерную документацию представили, все.
Слушай, они вообще это самопальные крепления.
Не, я к этому
No,
сейчас отдельно подойду, самопальные.
we will speak about it later. I'm interested in a specific report about this screen. I don't want anybody, I don't know how to put it right.
Задачу своей жизни оставшейся, да, считал необходимость, как сказать, поймать падающий экран на отметке 0,00.
I don't want
Потому что альтернатива
somebody
простая, да, или он
to
его
be
ловит,
catching
или
this
прокуратура, да,
windscreen,
в этот момент.
Одно и то
Вот
же.
что было понятно.
because this would be
Поэтому
very
вот,
dangerous.
абсолютно я извиняюсь за
So,
несдержанность, дилетантский подход,
I'm
мы
sorry
нарисовали,
for my
поставили,
approach.
проверяет, это замечательно.
We just drew, we just gave it away. It doesn't work this way. We can repair this screen, we can license it, it can be certified.
Мы говорим о том, что мы с удовольствием
We are speaking about the fact that we would be glad to rent you, to lend you the screen
по периметру и брус.
on the perimeter.
Расчеты чего?
And who will count it?
Расчеты чего?
Count what?
Идет разгрузки ветрозащиты, идет на монолитные конструкции, которые возводятся.
On the monolith contractions.
Наши инженеры вам что это не вас.
Our engineers will do it. All the calculations.
Он там до сих пор висит наверху. Более того, господа,
Even more.
проблема, к сожалению, не соблюдали правила, когда шли у нас штормовые предупреждения, они должны были опустить ветровой щит на...
During the storm situations, these shields should have been lowered.
С задержкой строительства висит там уже.
So this shield was there for the second year.
Это климатические ветровые нагрузки.
All the climatic.
На данной высоте. Все остальное сделали наши австрийские друзья. У нас
It,
огромный опыт
it
установки
has been
ветровых
done by
щитов.
our Austrian friends.
Поэтому мы это сделаем без всяких проблем.
А скажите, пожалуйста, вот фраза
We will
ваша,
do it
что
without
новое
any
предупреждение,
problems.
но там наверху у нас бывает через день. Через день.
Я, может быть, немножко
я говорю так, а вот-
это то, что я просто слышал по...
Не, вы как-то вот так назвали эту фразу очень опасно, что надо двигать при штормовом предупреждении. Оно там каждый день, через день.
The
минимум.
storm alert, it happens every day there, up there.
Нет, желательно просто, если было
But it's
штормовое
desirable if there was a storm
предупреждение,
alert to lower it a little bit.
что ничего не делать,
I can say
Нет,
that
нет, мы просто только на поднятие
Самая
путем.
самопальная система.
the self-made system cannot work like that.
Как сказать, очень хороший прием, сославшись на то, что его необходимо было опускать, а это сделано не было, поэтому
It
А мне
cannot be an
нужно еще 50
excuse.
человек, чтобы каждый день пускать, поднимать.
абсолютно правильно.
I don't want to have additional 50
Потому что периметр
men of staff to lower it and rise it every day.
Опустить вниз, еще на нижнем этаже надо дополнительные башмаки держать все время.
Ты руководитель
А их нет.
Значит, сколько времени надо доиграть, чтобы кто-то,
So how much time do we need?
Времекс проект сегодня,
Someone
завтра, это
must do it today or tomorrow.
не, пятница, у нас пятница, у нас будет послезавтра.
It's Friday, so it will be the day after tomorrow.
Тебе сбегать бы было туда вчера, не завтра. Если
Must have
понимаешь,
done it
что
yesterday.
прокуратуре, чем она может закрыть.
If you understand,
Нет, мы хотим просто показать.
we just want to... Okay, let's do it the following way.
Что завтра в 12 в поле вы сегодня договаривались, мы договорились о том, что вы сегодня договаривались.
I would like to reach an agreement today or tomorrow.
У вас было от вас официальное предложение.
I would like to receive a proposal from you tomorrow by 12 o'clock
В письменном виде, что вы
with
готовы
a written
провести адаптацию по той климатологии,
agreement that you are ready to
подписывается, и
perform these works.
сертификация
We will sign it, you will receive a certificate of conformity
на 12. Это просьба.
up to 12 o'clock. This is a request from me.
Слушайте, ну если вы потом сделаете корректировку там на 1-2%, а потом я и тоже понимаю, что фирма Doka
But
серьезная,
I understand that this is a serious firm, you're a serious company.
Эти работы
These
производятся
works, they
только в Австрии.
are performed in Austria.
вы можете
We
заплатить
cannot,
через неделю.
but you can make all the calculations in a week.
Меня устроит, если это будет через неделю.
I will be glad to have it in a week. I'm interested in the terms and in the price. What price can be set today, for example?
Срок и цена будет. Но
You will have all the terms and the price, but the calculations will take some time.
2 недели не нужно.
We need it for example, in 2 weeks. I'm happy. Month? Why month?
А мы не будем, пусть они служат, мы не можем служить, пока нелегально.
Значит, давайте свое предложение.
Okay, your proposal,
Зависимо от крана, работает с
independently from the crane,
Приблизительная цена вопроса.
just an approximate
Если мы говорим
price.
одна платформа, мы
If we speak about one platform,
посчитай.
Не помню, что они сейчас. Не помню, что
А
они давали.
периметр есть у нас?
Не помню, что они давали.
Обратите внимание то, что у нас сечение
Нет, вообще не давали.
на каждом этаже.
Так, пока ничего.
done
Каждый этаж.
nothing now.
Это существенный фактор, который изменяет
It's an
технологию
important
только
factor.
защитным экраном. Именно поэтому
It's an
он
technology,
Опять же, это нужно сколько.
the windscreen.
Дайте приблизительную цену вопроса в виде коммерческого предложения. Я
Не с этими ребятами делали.
обсуждаю. Саша, а от вас меня интересует тогда, соответственно, вторник, среда, в четверг, да?
So it's Wednesday, Thursday. I received the report.
И с обязательным согласием или не согласием фирмы.
Здесь нужно еще как бы понимать нам всем, что даже на обыкновенной
We
выносной
all must
площадке,
understand that
да,
on the
есть
usual
определенные
facilities
Ростехнадзоровские нормы
there
и
are some
лицензии
norms
остальное.
from the state controlling organization. It's not that easy. Yeah, I don't want it just to be drawn. You said it right.
Саш, какая длина этого защитного экрана?
What will be the length?
Ну, мы должны просить консоль. Здесь консоль, поэтому мы должны проверить, хватит ли нам запаса.
Will it be enough, the console?
Задам еще один раз этот вот дурацкий вопрос.
This is just some stupid question.
Давали свое предложение. Конечно,
Ну, сейчас я не вижу.
I don't see it now.
там есть кому смотреть. Там есть кому смотреть.
There is something. There is no decision. And it's not that easy.
Ну, надо работать. Может, можно решить.
Probably we can solve it somehow.
Не знаю, вроде мы со всеми общались.
I don't know. I thought we discussed it with everybody.
Это тоже идет разговор.
Все, кроме счетов,
Счетов и части, может быть,
все,
мы тебе
кроме опалы.
горизонтально.
The horizontal part. Vertical.
Да, Саш?
Сам подъем.
Yes, Alexander?
Okay, first thing, I made a couple of notes here, okay? Contractor to hold all responsibility of the form and the schedule of the deadlines.
Завтра
Tomorrow
Okay?
we will reach an agreement.
Second item. Formwork cycle times, okay? Turnover of the panels. Okay, turnover of the panels, you understood? Manufacturing company should present a cycle study. Okay? Cycle study of cycle, one cycle study, study of the cycles, like
количество
this
цифр
cycle.
поворачивается.
Contractor to approve with the manufacturer.
Подрядчику необходимо обсудить этот вопрос с изготовителем.
And client should be made happy that
И клиенты должны устроиться.
they should assure that they are hitting the deadlines at
И что заказчика должны устроить это в плане сроков производства.
okay? All safety features, lift shaft openings, and all the safety features should be made available in this new format.
Все вопросы по охране и безопасности труда вот также должны быть учтены доступ работников
Should be made available.
Все включает все вопросы, связанные с техникой безопасности.
Including all the safety questions, including in the completion.
Good. Excellent. And formwork preparation and delivery, what's going to be the on-site fix? How is it going to happen? They will do the on-site fix, we will bring the material and drop it. Are you going to prepare this?
We have supervisor with drawings which can support this assembling on the construction site.
It should be.
Of course. But they are very experienced
Идет разговор не о надзоре,
It should be included in the price, okay? So, I also need to see the cubic meter unit price of the contractor. It's between contractor and client, okay? It's not included. Okay, it's also important. Okay.
тебе засудит этот бетон. Давайте мы отдельно разберем. Конечно, пойдем с бетона. Давайте мы определимся с этим отдельно. Да? Не будем.
Let's speak about it separately.
Значит, тогда, чтобы подытожить.
Okay, to sum up 3,200 about the rent, about all the equipment, including all the stairs, including all the things, everything that was in the proposal. So if we speak about the bars, okay, so tomorrow, today in the end of the day or tomorrow we receive a consolidated proposal. Probably the three of us. So you define, together with the Doka, you define the document, you give it to us for review. This is the second thing. The third thing, tomorrow we are looking for a commercial proposal. We are waiting for a commercial proposal for the 11-month rent. Then to make it obvious, all the transits on the horizon, we have the windshield. To make it right from the technical point of view, I've got a question. We haven't decided for the Doka today. It's you responsible for the equipment, for the casing, including the whole volume of your geodesic works. We can share it. If you have some questions, let's make it right now. I've got a question from a builder to builder. Why would you need it? We've got only one contractor. If there is no alternative, we are ready to assume it. Okay, let's make it the last question. Listen, please. We won't be in a hurry. We have a specific volume of the works. If we are not happy with the contract, we just won't agree, I will find another contractor. The last question.
The windscreen which you are talking about is a safety screen, okay? Okay, windscreen which you are talking about is a safety screen. It's a safety screen. Безопасность. Okay? The contractor's obligation is to provide safety on production level. So if it was my money, I would ask from you rent. Contractor should pay rent to the client because they are providing you safety screen бесплатно.
Если бы я был, если бы я был заказчиком, я бы брал с вас деньги за аренду, потому что вы используете защитное оборудование, которое предоставляет вам заказчик бесплатно.
Okay. It's your obligation to
Это
provide this.
ваша обязанность обеспечить
Да.
In
безопасность.
Tower B, we built all towers and all safety screen and all these protective measures was given by the contractor, not by the client.
На башне Б именно подрядчик обеспечивал все защитные средства.
Okay?
Да, я могу ответить. Я могу ответить.
Мы об одном тоже говорим уже час. Ну, хватит уже говорить. Время-то нет.
Чуть-чуть
Да
неправильно.
опять тоже говорим.
Чуть-чуть
Я
неправильно.
могу ответить, да?
Совсем
Я
чуть-чуть.
могу ответить.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
А что такое, если мы заражение Тернеру, условно, да, вот посчитаем, что он все сказал правильно?
I think everything was said right.
Он все правильно сказал.
He said it right.
Вы правы.
You are right. Thank you.
Только неправильно в том, что
А
вчера
дальше уже
не
не
то
у
фото
вас.
показали.
А, на фото, да.
Показали?
То, что не то фото показали вчера.
Так, момент,
You
давайте.
were shown the wrong photo.
Quality meeting.
Не, давайте мы с ним.
Да.
Давайте с ним, я снимаю этот вопрос.
Okay, let's forget about this
И
question.
что, и кому будет от этого лучше?
Who will benefit from it?
Кому будет от этого лучше? Скажите.
Who will benefit from it? Tell me, please. It just
Это другой
needs to be
разговор.
done. Yeah, that's a
Давайте
different
не
question.
разводить вопросы, мы тут ведь несколько другую тему обсуждаем. Я вам, например, могу сказать только спасибо.
I can only thank you.
Чего еще?
What else? That's it.
Нет, Саш,
We are waiting
Да, да, я просто разговор
не надо
надо
ничего.
включиться.
for the
Если вы
proposal
не
from
знаете,
you.
лечить буду тут еще пятилетку, наверное. И правильно буду делать.
Ну что знаю, ответственность за ними, вот и все. Я
They are responsible. They are responsible and we are controlling.
ждем, еще раз говорю. Наше видение.
Значит, ты в следующий раз, когда такие вот высказывания слышишь, я очень уважаю Тюрина, и, несмотря на то, что он намного моложе меня, просто, понимаешь, в данном случае он у тебя заказчик.
He is your client.
Сейчас по наличию мы вам передадим.
Всем большое спасибо. Еще
Thank
раз
you
с
all.
праздниками. Вам спасибо за плодотворный подход.
Thanks for the fruitful cooperation.
Время деньги.
И деньги, время.
И деньги.